Happy Friday. I'm Diana Alvear. Thanks so much for joining us on Up to Speed Live. And just want to give you a heads up that next week is pretty big. On Wednesday, we have our quarterly earnings webcast happening. Hans and the leadership team will be live talking us through the results, and we're going to be giving away some prizes. So make sure that you pencil that in on Wednesday. It's a can't miss episode. All right, so let's run through the week's highlights. It was a positive week filled with positive news. We're going to start with the two incredible V-teamers who told us their stories. Ricardo Gaddis Mora told us his story of meeting his husband, adopting their beautiful baby boy, and the book they wrote to celebrate adoption. Ricardo shared how Verizon has been by his side throughout it all. We also met Camille Ghani. He's an engineer from Chicago, Illinois, and a devout Muslim who found acceptance and support for his daily religious practices at Verizon. And Up to Speed's Jess Bernardi told us how she brings V-teamer stories to life. I got the opportunity to shoot with her yesterday. Love her. Tuesday, we showed you why kindness is cool through the Kindness Murals brightening up several cities around the country. It's part of our Call for Kindness campaign, and we're going to talk a little more about it later in the show. Thursday, oh my gosh, we celebrated 5 years of Up to Speed, and we took a look back on some of our favorite moments throughout the years. Wow, such good stuff there. All right, so let's get to today. The Verizon Sisterhood is back. And by that, I mean that we have a new letter from Tammy, Rima, and Christy to tell you about. They published a joint letter today on how we remain committed to creating a future of work that works for all women. And it starts with Women's CoLab. As we build out a constellation of resources and content to help women thrive in the workplace, you can stay in the know. All you have to do is sign up for the Women's CoLab email list. You're going to be the first to learn of new developments and details. And of course, we will link to it in today's story. Now let's turn to some business news. Ciao, Viziran. Buongiorno, Verizon Connect. Okay, I probably massacred that, but that's the story. Viziran is now Verizon Connect in Italy. And that means that customers get a one-stop approach to fleet management software solutions and services. We're also talking about hyper-precise location, some other big news. This is now offered to Verizon customers and application developers in more than 100 major US markets. And here's how it works. When paired with Verizon's 5G Edge capabilities, HPL enhances satellite location-based accuracy from a range of meters to even just centimeters. We're talking 1 to 2 centimeters. It's a game changer for vehicle pedestrian safety, so always a win there. 5G business internet, it's expanding to 21 cities. It's a leap from 3 markets to now 24. And it's a new kind of business internet. It's a fixed wireless alternative to cable that leverages Verizon 5G ultra wideband for businesses of all sizes. Get this, no data limits, no throttling, and customers can lock in a low price for 10 years, no long-term contract required. Now, have you heard about Verizon's partnership with Univision? All right, so get ready, Liga MX fans, for a 5G viewing experience of the most watched soccer league in the US. Through this partnership, Univision will launch the Tudor Vision Content Portal experience. What does that mean? 360 camera views, you're up close to the action with players, spectators, and more. And the first game this Saturday, April 17th, 2021, you've got America versus Cruz Azul. We've got some big Verizon media news to turn to. Yesterday, Verizon Media announced Mind Together. It's a coalition of brands working to address mental health and set a new standard in how employees are supported at work. And the goal of Mind Together is to destigmatize mental health at work through education, awareness campaigns, and expert-led sessions. So timely. We've got Citizen Verizon news too. Verizon committed to planting 20 million trees by 2030. This year, when you purchase one of Verizon's eco-friendly accessories, you see them there, like their sustainable light cases, Verizon is planting a tree in your honor, up to 1 million trees. That is the acreage equivalent of 55 Central Parks. So these accessories are also 25% off. They can be found on Verizon.com, and we're going to add a link in today's story. So if you're in a shopping mood today, hey, you got paid, make a difference for the planet. So next Monday is the start of National Volunteer Week, and the second of our featured partnerships is with the Women's Earth Alliance. So as part of this 1 trillion tree initiative, the Women's Earth Alliance is hosting a hands-on tree planting demonstration. This is where you learn about climate-positive climate impacts, such as tree planting for climate mitigation, improving food security, erosion control, and women's income through Tree Nursery Micro Enterprises. And remember, that volunteer portal is awesome. If there's a cause you care about, you can find something to do, even virtual volunteer activities, which these days are some of the easiest to do. And when you do volunteer, of course, we want to know here at Up to Speed. All you have to do is send an email to good@verizon.com. That's our mailbox. And you may see yourself, your pictures, your activities in the show. Speaking of good, now we're going to dive a little deeper into our Kindness Murals project that is lighting up the country. We've got 10 cities, 10 murals, all in the name of kindness, from coast to coast, local artists showing us their interpretation of the word kindness as part of our Call for Kindness campaign. And so cool, one of the features of the murals is that they each have a QR code. So each code has a video message from a local retail rep that reminds us to spread kindness. And of course, hey, the doors are open. Come by and see us. So you can find all of the murals, all of the locations linked in today's story. And don't forget, speaking of kindness, spread your version of kindness through the Friends and Family promo code. It's on the Friends and Family About You page. You share, they save. Okay, so I told you this was a really positive show, and we always love to send you off into the weekend with some good news. So we're going to show you some members of the Wireline Network Operations team who said hello and said some really sweet messages to some of our elderly friends in partnership with Love for Our Elders. Take a look.
Hi, my name's Tom Madalena, and I'm reaching out to you from North Greenbush, New York.
My name is Michelle from Albany, New York.
Hi, my name is Dan. Greetings from New Jersey.
My name is Yoli Stansel.
My name is Michelangelo Bertolino from Verizon.
This is Scott with Verizon.
This is Jose Marr coming to you from Albany, New York.
You matter. You are loved. You are amazing.
What beautiful messages. Imagine being on the receiving end of those. You'd feel so special. Special shout out to my girl, Yoli. Love you. Always doing good. Okay, so next Monday, we are back live with you. You always want to stick around for live shows because you never know what may happen. And of course, Wednesday, put it in your calendar. It's our quarterly earnings webcast live here in Up to Speed at 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. And as you see him right there, our fearless leader, Hans, and the rest of the leadership team will be joining live to talk results and give away some prizes. All right, so that's going to do it for me today. We've got a big week coming up, so make sure you rest this weekend, do some good, maybe get a jump on volunteer week and do some kind things for others. Kindness is the way. Stay safe, reach out to your loved ones. I'm Diana Alvear. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. And by the way, I've got some friends, actually one particular friend, who'd like to send us off today.
Hi, my name is Jabari here in Bridgewater, New Jersey. Come and see us sometime. Until next time, you're Up to Speed.